Cheques Play. Let's do this.
Hi, I'm Bruce Harris.
Yaurana, I'm Hina Reed.
Hello, I'm Miguel Mora, and welcome to Cheques Play.
Do the dance. Do the dance. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
Well, I'm very
I can't do
excited.
this. We have company. We have guests here. I can't just do my dance. Who's
That's
this?
okay.
Hina, who is this here? Who is
This is really exciting for me to do this podcast because of the fact that we are celebrating as Cheques Play not only are we celebrating, but we are also a part of the awareness for Pinktober, which is breast cancer awareness for the entire month of October.
Yes.
And I am very excited for this podcast, especially because I have a very, very good friend who I grew up with back in Fallbrook, California, and her name is Susan Kooyman. And we grew up, I think since I went from Tahiti to Fallbrook, California, I have known this woman. She has a beautiful and wonderful daughter who her name is Amber, who is a breast cancer survivor. And so proud of this young woman that I can't, sorry, I get a little choked up right now. I can't even imagine the experience that she went through and the strength that she had throughout her experience with breast cancer. And she has made it through, and she is now considered a breast cancer survivor. So I'd love to introduce to everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Amber
Hi.
Kooyman.
Thank you for having me.
Amber.
Aloha, Auntie.
Amber,
Aloha.
would you do us
Hi,
a
Amber.
favor? Would you please tell us your story of when you first detected it and then all the way to where you are today?
Hey,
Sure.
hold on,
Okay.
wait. It's Pinktober. It's Pinktober, right? Hold on. I got some bees for you. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, Bruce.
I got bees. Wait. These are for you, Hina.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's some more for you. And then Miguel, I got some here for you too, brother. Okay, put those on there for you.
Oh, sure. It's the really pink,
Yeah.
shiny one.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah,
right
I love it. Way to be supportive.
there. Pinktober. Okay, now let's go. I got my pink.
All
We're
right.
rocking our pink.
Okay.
Hey, Amber.
Yeah,
I'm loving rocking
I love
the
it.
Oh,
You look good in pink, by the way.
I got one more.
see, men can rock the pink. That's what
Men do look
They
good in
can
pink.
rock
I'd
the
I have a lot of pink shirts.
Real
Yeah.
I like,
Yes.
you do.
Real men wear
Yeah,
pink.
you like pink? You like
oh
pink?
yeah. I got a lot of.
I love it.
pink
I love
shirts,
it.
Yeah,
pink
I do.
ties, yeah.
Yeah.
No
I
pink
do like the
underwear
fact-
yet. No pink underwear yet, but
Yeah.
we're working on it.
Wait a minute. It's not that you buy it, but we've never had
Let's
the
get back
reds
to
and
the
whites,
underwear.
combined in the washer.
Amber, welcome,
Not only
Amber.
that, you go and look at the package.
Excuse my colleagues here; they get a little
There is,
crazy.
I
there
love
is
it.
one, you take
I
it out
love
and you replace it. You replace it with another one. Like when you go to buy those multicolor packages.
Hi, Amber. Hello, Amber. How you doing? Hello.
Take one
I
out.
think
Pink
he's
talk,
trying
it's
to
good.
talk over us, Miguel. Right. So
It's
okay.
pink talk. It's all
Yeah.
pink talk. It's good.
Yeah, I love that. We're pink talking. So
Yeah.
so Amber, your start from the very beginning and how you detected your first
Sure.
lump.
So I was doing my checkups like we're supposed to do. They teach us how to check our breasts. I had felt a lump in one of those, which was really scary at first, but I'm like, it's nothing. My mom and sister both had a thing called lipoma. So the fatty tissue cysts pop up all over, and it's never been a problem or an issue. So I didn't think anything of it, and I didn't want to get myself worried or stressed out about it. So I kind of let it go. Maybe too long. I started to get about a year later. From feeling the first lump, I started to get a little dimple in the skin on the side of my breasts, the left breast, and it started to turn like dark color, like purple, bluish. My mom and sister are both nurses, and they were kind of helping me keep track of it. And they said, "Oh, that's not normal. You should definitely get that checked just to be safe." I still wasn't too concerned about it at first. I kind of let it go. Well, I felt it when I was in 2010. I felt it. 2011 had come around. I moved to Hilo, Hawaii. I got my insurance information, all that stuff taken care of. I went to Hilo Bay Clinic. Nurse practitioner Liz Preston, she was my lifesaver. Beautiful, cute redhead hippie lady who was perfect for my case. She was just the perfect person to have on my team to start it, and she never made me feel like we weren't going to kick its butt. So she was rooting for me from the get-go. She made sure that I got all the steps taken to get to where we needed. We did the imaging, the biopsies. They went ahead and did my first left mastectomy. The tumor had gone from my chest wall all the way into my nipples. So I was in stage 3 when they finally took the breast, which was probably a little too long. I should not have waited that long. But they did get it. And I did have precancer cells on the right breast. So we went ahead 2 weeks later and removed the right breast. I did do 6 rounds of chemo. Every 3rd week, I would do a day of chemo. And
was this
and
prior,
then I did
prior to the mastectomy? I'm sorry, prior to the mastectomy, you did the chemo and radiation?
Nope, we waited till after the mastectomy.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
I did have a spot inside of my chest wall there was a fracture in my chest wall, and the part of the tumor, the cancer, was inside of that chest.
So when they removed the breast, excuse me, pardon me for interrupting, but
No worries.
so the cancer is still there?
The cancer was still there. They said it was a very minute spot that was still left inside of the chest wall that they've been keeping an eye on since. It's not grown. So after the chemo and radiation, it hasn't grown any. But after removing the breast, they got to as close to the chest wall as they could, and they removed the majority of everything.
So it's not like isolated right to that particular breast that they're removing. It's still within your system.
No, it wasn't it had gone through a couple of my lymph nodes. So they removed 16 of the 17 lymph nodes on my left side. That's as much as they had found through the biopsies. But no, I don't. It hadn't spread anywhere else that we know of. So I just had the one localized spot in my chest. That was it. And it wasn't even large enough for them to consider it even a tumor at that point. So that's left. So it's still there. It's nothing to be concerned about right now.
Okay, good. And how old are you at this time?
Yep. So I was 33 when I was diagnosed, and they tell us not to get our breasts checked until we were 40. Back in my day, they said, wait till you're 40, you get your mammograms then.
Wow. I'm
here to say you need to do it much sooner than that. Everything's different. Our lifestyles have changed since then. Our food's different. Everything's different. So I feel like there's more toxins in the world than there used to be. So we should definitely be checking much sooner than 40. Yeah. And that's men too, men and women, I feel.
Was it generational, or was it something that you was exposed to something? Do you know? Did they determine?
Well, I did a few of the genetic tests just see if we had any of the mutated genes that ran in my family. We do not. I did not have any mutated genes. It was not genetic. So they tell me it's environmentally caused. It could have been anything. I did nurse 3 of my kids. I have 3 babies, or they're not babies anymore. They're adults now, but I got to breastfeed all 3 of them. I had mastitis one time in my left breast. So I don't know if, something left over from that, or, I played sports my whole life. So I always thought like antiperspirants, they hold the toxins in. I feel like we need to get that stuff out, let it out. Maybe it could have been the antiperspirants that were holding the toxins in. The food I was eating, my mindset, I nursed 3 babies, so my boobs were not the same as they once were. So my view on them wasn't the best, which the mind is very strong. So, I think a lot of those things came into factor for the tumor. I don't know. It was kind of over my heart, so it could have been heartache. You just never know what the environmental cause was.
Anything can trigger a reaction, as you say, deodorants, pesticides, stuff in our food.
Yes.
Even our
Yes.
food get radiated
Right.
to kill stuff in it. So anything could trigger something that
Absolutely.
could be dormant in your body, and something comes in and triggers it and starts growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
We just never
Cancer.
know. Yeah. So,
Those things that there is no control for it. There is no.
right.
But early detection, as you said, is key for
Right.
people to come in and tell you, okay, let's take a look at this. Let's start monitoring and let's go in. Let's get a biopsy if we have to, and determine, hey, there is something there. We have to take it out. And if it needs to be taken out, don't wait. Take it.
Because you said your mom and your sister. So your mom and your sister has the same as you, or they have something different?
Something different, which I was later also diagnosed with. I do get these little fatty lumps also, but that's different. I mean, when I was scared because of what I had gone through, but we did ultrasounds and it's just the lipoma. So that and they are clear. I have 2 daughters, so I was, doing the genetic testing to make sure that they won't have to worry about that. Of course, I think we all have to worry about it these days, but your health, your healthy habits, you're eating what you eat is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel my lifestyle changed after I was diagnosed. I know that I'm more conscious of what I eat and what I, put into my body. I don't stress it, and I do what I want. I live out loud. So if it feels good, do it. That's my motto. Like, if it feels good, do it. So I don't stress what I eat. I eat whatever I want, but I balance it. Like, if I'm eating something junk, then I make sure that I have something, also to balance that. So I don't stress it. I'm a foodie, so I love food.
Well, why we're in Hawaii, which happens to be the most,
Yes.
Just environmental, the sunrises, the sunsets,
Yes.
the mindset that puts you in the inner peace that you.
Yes, the warmth, the sun, like you said,
Yes.
the ocean air, the natural fruits, and the natural foods that are available. The noni juice that all the aunties told me to ferment and drink,
Right.
they swear by it.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I was willing. I was willing to try anything, at that point. But also, it did change my mindset as far as taking a little bit better care of myself. So yeah, and living more out loud.
There you go.
Because you just never know. You just never know.
Amber, and I tell you, it's such an honor to speak with you today. I was so excited when Ina mentioned just recently that, she had saw a posting that you had put on Facebook with photos of you, and
I got brave.
Yes, you got very brave, and they were very beautiful. And
thank you.
And the fact that you are a survivor, you're an inspiration to myself, and I know to others. And I know you're a huge advocate of early detection. And
Yes.
From what I understand, is like early detection equates to like 98 to 100% survival rate because of early detection. Is that true?
That is very true. Yes. I mean, it can't take you if you find it and get rid of it. So, but you just have to know your body and be aware and get checked. It does. Men and women, just get checked. Now, it doesn't matter how old you are. Go get checked.
Yeah. Not prejudice.
Yeah.
I believe
that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I believe we have some photos that Bruce is going to share.
Let's see.
And before we do, we just want to let everybody know the pictures that you see are not, they're not by any means pornographic. They are what
Absolutely
I
not.
believe is art in Bruce's words. They are beauty. They are a woman who is so proud of, get choked up, who is so proud of her scars, that we all should be, that we should never be ashamed of what we did to survive and to be alive and living today. These are the most gorgeous pictures, Amber. Would you please share your experience and what made you
what
decide
inspired you to go shucking corn, by the way?
And where
I had to put the grass in my mouth, to be like a real hillbilly.
Yeah.
So I was approached by an old friend I've known since I was 18, pre-cancer. I've known him. He's a photographer in Minnesota. And I was spending some time there over the last winter. And I know winter in Minnesota was horrible, but
This
I
can't
won't
be
do that
winter.
either. But we went to, this here was shot Buena Vista Park in, this is actually Alma, Wisconsin, just on the other side of the Mississippi River from Minnesota. And so it's a beautiful bluff that overlooks the Mississippi River that we went to shoot some of these, and Lake Pepin in Minnesota. We did the beach ones with, but he approached me and said, hey, I've got this idea. Why don't we try it out? And so I sat on that idea for a little bit, and I said, all right, let's do this. Let's just do this. Balls out. So I had actually got this little dress skirt thing I had picked up at the Goodwill that day for $15. Tucked down the top part.
Look at the tats on you.
Tucked down the top part. We went out and we started shooting photos, and I felt beautiful and confident. And I just let people know that you don't have to have breasts to feel beautiful and to feel feminine and confident. Like that's not what makes you a woman. So I just, that's a part of my, that's what I want to share and get out there, is like, be confident in your skin, scars and all. Like, we went through some stuff. Everybody has something. Cancer happened to be my thing. We're all just these beautiful human spirits trying to have this weird human, life. So we just make the best of what we've been given. And so I just want to throw that out there.
Such an inspiration.
No shame.
No, not at all. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. In a way, I commend you for what you've done, because
thank you.
By you doing what you did, not only brings out your self-confidence in yourself, but you without knowing probably have touched thousands of people that were in your same situation and they didn't have that confidence. And by you doing this, you bring to them some sort of peace, inner peace, and self-confidence that they they can feel the way you do, and they can approach what some people consider a tragedy in their lives. They can turn it around into something more positive. And
absolutely,
even though you lost something, you gain a lot. And by what you're doing, you're projecting self-confidence and helping people. Because all of us have been touched by cancer. Everybody has been touched by cancer, whether you had it or somebody in your family or some friend. My best friend died of cancer. My grandmother died of cancer. 2 of my cousins died of cancer. So it is something that is always going to be there. And in a sense, it bothers me because there are other causes that get treated and they get a lot of funding just because they can turn it into something political. You can't politicize cancer because everybody agrees that cancer is bad. There is not a group for cancer and a group against cancer. Therefore, it's not a political issue. We don't have to throw billions at it. We don't have to give billions to the ones for it and billions to the ones against it, so we can keep it in the news. It bothers me that cancer doesn't get as much funding. You can walk in and get an abortion. And nowadays, they're talking about you can walk in and change your sex for free. But-
Miguel, the
For free.
financial burden of cancer, the treatment is over $93 billion
It's a
was
killer.
the number in 2008.
Mhm.
That was in 2008.
Yeah.
However, the number does reduce as
Mhm.
the impact of early detection because there's less treatment because people have detected it. And so they're
Mhm.
living as Amber is here with us today, is here able to speak with us, living a healthy life, healthy
Mhm.
lifestyle, happy and go lucky, very vibrant, spreading the news, spreading the message.
Yeah. But there's still
I
in
hear.
every country in the world, and even in the US, which we're a first world country, that people die because they don't have the resources.
Yes,
Right.
They don't
Absolutely.
they don't have the money to pay
Exactly.
for the treatment.
Exactly.
And that's no good. That it shouldn't happen. It's a shame that it's
more in less civilized countries.
of course,
Right.
more, like here where we are in the Dominican Republic, if you get cancer and you have no resources, they tell you, hey, you got 6 weeks, you got a year to go, make the best out of it, because that's it. That's it. Because here, a cancer patient goes to a public hospital, and if they got something they can give them, they'll give it to them, but it's not a lot because they don't have the resources. What can they do? Tell you, hey, listen, there's nothing we can do. Take them home and prepare everybody for the inevitable. So
Presidentes, drink Presidentes.
yeah, like give him some beer, give him what he likes, make the best of his life because he doesn't have a long to go. And that is
That's
not right.
scary
That
and
is not right.
sad.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That we can throw money at something because it's political and we can take advantage of it, but we don't throw money at the other one because even though it's bad, well, hey, what the hell? We can't use it, so we can't put it out there in the news every day. So
Right.
let's forget about it. Let's throw it under the rug. And if you're rich, hey, we'll take care of you. We'll take
Right.
care of you.
Yeah.
But if you're not, forget it.
Yeah. Those pictures were, or to me, I shouldn't say were, are so inspirational.
They are.
Do you,
Thank
do
you.
you feel that after you had taken them that I can conquer the world, I can help other women and men, because breast cancer isn't just
Right.
a
No.
woman's disease.
No, not at all.
It's
Not at all.
men and women. Do
Absolutely.
you feel empowered? Do you feel
The response I got made me feel a little more empowered. I mean, I had more likes on that post than I've ever had.
Sure.
So, and comments as well. And the love and support that I got from that definitely made me emotional. But also it confirmed that I am getting my message out there, and people, some are very inspired by that and can use that, to play on in their own lives. But yeah, I did feel a little more confident and just, feel like I'm doing more of my part, putting it out there. I also do this, the Tough Titties Breast Cancer Awareness Party every October. I have the one coming up this Friday, the 21st. We dress up in all pink, as much pink as we can, and we bar hop and we just raise awareness. We cause a ruckus.
I'm gonna start
Nice.
tomorrow. Shoot,
Yes.
I'm partying with you. I'm
It's
just
all
starting
month.
a little
You got a
early.
month.
yeah.
I'm gonna start a little
But
early.
I think from this point on, because you do that and you're talking to the community, because people go, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? Okay, and then you spread the word, right? Early detection about about breast cancer. So I think I'm going to, in fact, Auntie Trish just texted me right now as we were talking, because I was looking at the phone, because she's on her way back to Hilo after being on vacation for the past 3 weeks. But I think what we're going to do is, I think we'll do the same thing as you on October 1st, which is Friday. And I think everybody who is watching this podcast, hopefully, we can get this out before that. But if not, next year on October 21st, get together with friends and family. Go bar hopping. Here in Vegas, we can do that really well. And the reason why the reason why they're doing the bar hopping is she's a bartender. So that we, if it's just restaurant to restaurant, or if it's have a party at your own home,
just down the streets.
Yes, but let everybody know about breast cancer awareness and just early detection on any type of cancer, really. But I think that's what we'll do come October 21st. I think I'm going to start it here in Las Vegas. And your NC
Yay!
Tish and Pammy will do that at Pineapples in Hilo
Yes,
in
indeed.
Hawaii. So I think
That
you've
is
just
beautiful.
started. You've just
Yeah.
started a breast cancer awareness campaign.
That's
Amber,
beautiful.
For October
I love it
21st.
so much.
Amber,
I love it
what are the
so much.
signs?
Thank you.
What are the early signs of that you need to take care of business? What are the early signs women
you
can
found?
see that women see? Because I was reading something about redness of the breasts and swelling and itching.
Yep.
And what are the other things that are the signs that something's going on? that women should be
I would
aware
say
of?
that well, like the dimpling of the skin happened with me, and the change of the color, the lumps. If I mean the breast, your self checkup is very important. That's how I first detected the lump. So I think that just be an advocate for yourself. Just be very proactive is what I'm trying to say. Be proactive with your health and get yourself checked. And I know that the swelling, if one breast is larger than the other or small, the size is definitely a thing. The tenderness.
The lymph
I mean,
nodes in your armpits.
No, because you
like
said it was under your arm. I mean,
Yes.
the armpit. I mean, it's not just the breast area. I mean, it raised that
Right.
arm.
Yep,
Right?
it was right. It was right on the side, right here under. So it wasn't even like on the breast. It was like on the side of it, which is where I first felt the lump. Yes.
Mhm.
So
And the tenderness and soreness, did you get to a point where it was sore? That
if I would bump it, if I would bump it, or sometimes my bra would really bother it and it would be uncomfortable. But that's about it. It didn't hurt like constant. So it's kind of scary because it can go undetected. There's women who don't feel a lump or like it because it was in the ducts, so I had ductal carcinoma, which was a little bit different. So the tumor went from my chest wall all the way into my nipple, which was a big stage 3 tumor. But I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that big because I could only feel the lump on the side. But there might be women who have it, internally, and they can't feel the lump. So I feel that the mammograms at an early age is also just really important. So
but you bring out a very good point. I mean, a lot of people, they go through the motions, they touch themselves and they feel a little lump, but there is no pain. Oh, there's no pain. Everything is okay. And as you said, you had a little discomfort, but not pain.
Right, not constant pain.
Yeah. So that people should be aware that even though you feel no pain, but there is something there, you should at least address it, go to the doctor. And like we sometimes people
What's the term?
don't want to go to doctors because they don't.
Miguel?
I call them ostriches, like the ostrich syndrome, because they bury their head. The ostrich, if I don't see it, nothing is around me.
And some people just don't want to know. They don't want to know.
No.
Well, Miguel's office is like a doctor's office. When I would go,
I got it. I got everything.
We have a meeting. I was stepping in. Hey, Miguel, let's look at this graph right here. Wait, sit down for a minute. Here, let's check your blood pressure.
Somebody felt
up your thing.
If somebody felt bad or anything, I had because
pills,
I do have high blood pressure, so I have a machine in my ofce. I have one in the bag that I travel. I have one in my bedroom. So
you can't be too careful.
Take my medicine on time, and now pre-diabetic. So I pinch myself every day.
You're very proactive with your health.
Yes,
that's beautiful.
Yes, and I tell my wife, she's got some things that she's got to take some medicine, and she's always forgetting about it. I said, not me. I know exactly what time I got to take everything. And I don't have an alarm, but I know the time. I know the time is now, and I take it. And you have to get into that when there is something that affects you, because nobody nobody's got time. Sometimes you have somebody in your life that would say, now it's time for your medicine, but it is you. It is you who has to take care of yourself.
Be your own advocate. Be super proactive with your health.
Are you
Yeah.
finished with that?
You know
now,
your body better than anybody. So
Amber, are you still under medication and treatments or anything? You're just
no, I'm not. I just do my natural supplements, my vitamins, and just try to eat balanced. Get all my food groups in. But and I stay very active. I don't take anything. Now I was supposed to kind of be on this hormone therapy after my hysterectomy, because I had a hysterectomy after the vasectomies. They kind of go hand in hand. I was having cyst issues there as well. But I was supposed to be on some hormone therapy, and because the cancer also fed off of my estrogen, the hormones. So they kind of did a blocking thing, but I'd rather go. I don't like to stay on the pills. I'm not good at taking the medicines like you. I like to, I'm not good at that. And I just really would like to stay all natural anyways. My body has adjusted, I think, just fine to my lifestyle and not taking any of the foreign things. So I've not needed to, but I do my checkups yearly, the scans and stuff, just to make sure that we're still in the clear. So 11 years clear, and because of early detection.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. You are 11 years cancer free.
Yes.
I'm susceptible to cancer. I've been told. I'm since the age of 4, have a bone disease called osteomyelitis. It's chronic. And once I got into the military, I had like several surgeries before I was, an adult, like maybe 5 surgeries, removing the infections in my right leg in the tibia. So I was able to get into the Air Force. And once I got in as an adult, I was overseas and had this pain in my leg and, limping and stuff. And they went back to my history and they investigated to when I was a child and got my records and obtained my records. And they were almost going to bar me out of the military because they said I had this precondition and I forcibly got in the military. I kind of hit it a little bit to get to my physical. But anyway, they decided to keep me and everything. But I had these tumors came in on the same leg, called osteoid osteoma, and they thought it was cancerous. And I had to go get these biopsies. And so another 5 or 6 surgeries later, they said, you know what, we think it's cancer. We're going to have to amputate. By that time, I was begging them to cut my leg off. It was so painful. And I was under Demerol, Darvon, and
not a good quality of life.
So none at all. I was addicted. I had to go to drug rehab and so forth, and so I went overseas to Wiesbaden, Germany, Amelia Earhart Hospital. And so I'm getting a little choked up. And so I had my surgery. They had my leg amputated. And lo and behold, I woke up and it was covered up. So I thought they had it covered with this hood and I thought it was gone. And then once I came out of all the drugs and everything, I had my leg. So I was going through all the rehab, the therapy on the parallel bars and the harnesses they would have me on. I was like one of Jerry's kids.
Yes.
And they said, you will never be able to run again and all that. And so I started working out, in the year, and I had a cast on from my toe to my hip for a year. I actually took a hammer and I broke the cast at the knee, and I rode a bike and did all this stuff. And lo and behold, within a year, it grew back bigger. They never detected it. So they said it's 75% of my tibia, my right leg. And they said, we're cutting it off. My buddy's aunt visited and so forth, and she was this kind of witch doctor thing. I don't know. I was all drugged up. I couldn't say no.
Voodoo lady.
She was chanting and throwing dust and powder and
she had the rattler. She had the rattler and everything.
She was feathers and shit, And I was
shaking that stick.
Okay, I'm drugged up. I don't care, But I woke up from my surgery and I had my leg.
That's awesome.
11, I think it was.
The Rattler did it. Yeah. The Rattler did it.
I'm all about the witch doctors.
Yeah, I worked out. My leg looks like crap. I mean, this looks like it's been through a meat grinder, but I went overseas over in Spain, and I worked out. I got in shape, and I played football in the Air Force in the Mediterranean Conference. Wide receiver, punt return, and kickoff return, the fastest position on the team. And I played for 3 years over there. And so you can't tell anybody what they can't do. And I'm
exactly
probably like you, Amber. When somebody complains about some kind of ailment they have, you probably look at them and say, hey, I beat cancer. Let me just tell you something. That ain't shit.
Right. You might be complaining about these, baby.
Yeah, I got you beat.
Don't tell me.
I want to see some scars.
Yeah. Like, here.
Like Mel Gibson, what's that movie when they were talking about, let me show you my bullet mark. Let me see, I got shot here and there.
Oh, yeah.
What movie was that?
That was when he was a police officer.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Yeah. Because I got to hear. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has been affected by cancer. I mean, Miguel, you said your family, and then you yourself, and mine too. Not just my mother had passed away with two types of cancers. One was cancer of the colon, and the other was cancer of the uterus, which that was passed down from mother to daughter. But I was at the and I believe it's Susan G. Kooyman, Center in Michigan at the time. And when my doctor had, I said, there's something going on here, right? Went in, and she said, "Oh, thank goodness you were, you caught this in time." It was just a little, what I would call a little thing that was hanging like a little bat. And she said, "We're going to have to do a biopsy on it." And I said, "Well, if we're in there, can you just take it?" I mean, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
When
Less
I had
problems that way.
Right. When I had awakened, she said, "We got it. It did." We made sure that it did not have a little tail, and it didn't. So we just cut that thing off, and I had to go back just to make sure that there wasn't any other signs. Right. So, I mean, everybody has experienced cancer somewhere in their lives,
well, and that was an early detection save too. Yeah,
100%, 100%. So if you feel, I mean, to me, the important message here, especially with you, is when you found it or you saw it, or something's not right, or you don't feel right, or, you're not feeling well and it's not getting any better, go get detected, because
be
You have to react. Yes.
Yeah, you have to be proactive. It's like I heard before, Miguel, when we had talked before, that you are the only one that knows your own body.
Yes.
No one else knows
knows
as well.
Right. You know it best. Yeah.
Right.
And
then for us,
it only takes a second to check yourself. You're in the shower.
Yeah.
Check your body. Touch
And
yourself.
also, if you go to your doctor and you're telling them that something's wrong and they're saying, you're fine, get a second opinion, because like you said, your body best, something's not wrong. Make them be proactive, make them get down to the, to the cause of whatever it is. Don't just cover it up with medicines and, that just covers it up. Get down to the root of the problem and make sure that they know. You just can't be too cautious on that. Yeah.
Well, not every doctor can spot a problem.
Right.
Some doctors look at it in a different way.
Absolutely.
I myself had an experience where I had something and I went to a doctor, and the guy says, "Oh, that's nothing. It's no big deal. I've seen it before, or nothing. It's nothing there. Don't worry about it." I said, "Wait a minute, don't worry about it." I went to the best specialist here in the country, and the guy says, "So that guy, he doesn't know what you have. How can he tell you that?" So we scheduled a minor surgery. We went in, we took it out. Thankfully, it was benign. There was no problem whatsoever. But what if I didn't pay any attention, and then a year later, they realized that there's something bad in there? I says, "Well, why did you wait that long?" Well,
exactly.
He told me not to. I said, "Well, he can tell you whatever he wants."
But you knew that it wasn't right. Yeah,
it's up to you. There is something in your body that it doesn't belong there. Right. So your main concern should be is, let's see what it is, and let's get it taken care of. As long as people do that, and that is always on my mind when somebody says, "Hey, I feel something." Go to the doctor. go to the doctor, and I'll send you to this one. I got a lot of friends that are doctors. I'll send you to the best one. And if he says,
Yeah.
even if the best one tells you it's nothing, go and see another one.
Better safe than sorry. Yes.
Absolutely.
And we all have insurance. The insurance, if there's a $20 copayment, so what are you out of? $20. No big
Yeah.
deal.
That's nothing compared to the big picture.
To a bigger price.
Amber,
Yep.
A
what?
bigger price you have to pay,
Yeah.
right?
If I
And
could
your
ask-
life is not worth any.
No,
There
no.
isn't enough money in this world.
Yeah.
Money in this world to stop a cancer that will kill you, right? There just isn't, right? Look at Steve Jobs. There isn't enough money in this world that
No.
will stop, right? So did you your daughters and I believe you said you had 3. So do you have 2?
I have 3 kids. I have a boy and 2 girls.
Okay.
Any they're all adults.
Detection, right? Any detection or any pre or proactive things that you are taking with the girls and the son?
They have not had their mammograms yet. My oldest daughter will be 21 next month. Now is the time. I mean, it's definitely time. I don't even know how that happened. My youngest is 18. So with our history, yes, they are very aware that this could be an issue, a possibility. My sister as well. So my sister has had a mammogram. She's good. My daughters, though, we will be proactive with them as well, because it was environmentally. We don't have the genetic mutation. I'm not as concerned as as we could be because of that. So I feel that we will be very proactive with my girls, and we will make sure that they get their checkups, and they are very aware of themselves and the situation. So they will, we'll make sure, and they also spread the word and the awareness. So
And so that I can tell you your pictures, when I saw those on Facebook, I first of all, my tears were not sad. My tears were joy. They were inspiration. They were like, oh my God. And when I saw your aunties share them as well, they shared on Facebook. I'm like, you guys, is it okay that I can share this too? Because I'm not sure, they go, do it. And they're just amazing. And the photographer, and what's his name? Chris
Lee.
Yeah. I am telling you what he captured.
He's amazing.
Essence. He did
so good.
Cancer survivor.
Absolutely.
He's got a good eye. Yes. He's got a good artistic eye. And he was a great coach through it all. He told me, look over this way, or just be just act natural. And we put on music, and I would just kind of dance around, and it was just fun. It was a lot of fun. And I knew that I was doing this for a good cause. So it was really exciting to do, and I recommend it to anybody.
Amber, when you're out in public, do you stay true to yourself? Do you stay flat chested, or do you?
Oh yeah.
Put on that?
Oh no.
No.
You do not have to have boobs or the lumps of boobs to be a woman or to be sexy or feel
with
confident.
yourself. And I mean, it's obvious right there with your beautiful photos. Are they in the magazine somewhere or something?
Oh no.
I was going to ask, have they been used in a campaign for cancer?
No, I just released these at the beginning of the month. I just put them out there on my Facebook page, just for Breast Cancer Month, because I do some kind of post every month about, okay, ladies, it's that time of year again. Here we go again. That's why I'm here. Go get your boobs checked. Like that. And then I just thought this year, we throw a little extra with the pictures. So just to kind of, just to really catch people's attention, just to, put it out there and see. I mean, I got a great response. It was pretty emotional for me to see the response from those.
But they're so good, Amber. They're so good that they should be used.
Beautiful.
They should be used in some sort of campaign,
Yes.
because
Encouraging.
it's gonna bring so much inner peace and attention to women who have already gone through the same thing that you did, and to people who haven't had it yet but might be going through something.
Right.
And he said, but just by seeing you the way you are and the way you present yourself on these pictures, that it's going to bring them.
That's
a
another
lot of-
space, Miguel, if you think
Yes.
about it. There's the plus size, the
Yes.
plus size campaign, the plus size women, their
Yeah.
fashions and so forth.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's one
the
thing,
whole
Bruce,
thing.
as I said before, like we put this back in the burner because it's not political.
Yep.
We can't do anything with it. And that bothers me. This is very, very important.
Well, we're doing our part. This is why we are here, and
Absolutely.
to heighten people's awareness. That's why you're here today,
And that's beautiful.
why.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's why we had
Yes.
this conversation amongst ourselves. We just
Mhm.
put out something a few days ago to heighten the awareness that we care together and
Yes.
we love
Yes.
I saw
this
that. That's beautiful.
opportunity. And but what are the major organizations that people can donate to? I know there's American Cancer Society. There's the Susan Gorman, I believe.
That's
it is.
for research.
Okay.
Yep. Susan B. Kooyman. I like to
okay.
donate locally.
Mhm.
I really, last year I did a Tough Titties fundraiser. Just it wasn't much, but I did get quite a few local people to donate, and we donated all that to the local women's shelter.
Mhm.
I feel like the people that need the most help are the ones going through it. Cancer Society, Susan G. Komen, they all do research and stuff, like they give you resources of who to get help from or whatever.
Mhm.
I like to help personally the people that are going through. So we donated to the women's shelter. We donated clothes, and we donated money for mammograms. If they needed to get a mammogram, that money was for that. This year, we're not doing the big fundraiser part of it. We probably will do another one next year.
Mhm.
This year, we're just focusing on the awareness. But
Is it
locally,
safe-
I
is
think
it-
locally is your best bet. Go to your local cancer
Mhm.
centers and see if there's anything you can do locally.
Mhm.
Those patients are the ones that need the help
Yes.
the
It's
most,
like,
I feel.
like Moffitt,
So.
I think, is one in Florida, Tampa. There's also St. Joe's Hospitals and Institutes. Is St. Jude part of that? The
I know
research,
that
or-
they do have the cancer children. Yes.
Yeah.
So-
to help with that. But I mean, I do like because Miguel, you touched on it right off the bat, that there are so many people that can't afford it.
Mhm.
And just like they're in the Dominican, it's like, look, you have to go home. We don't have the resources.
Yeah.
So the locals, if
Mhm.
any fundraising that needs to happen, then do it for your own community.
Yes.
For the neighbor,
Good advice.
down the street that couldn't afford it, right?
Mhm.
And then they just told everybody, you're just gonna have to go home. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that we can do. There's a huge difference between the detection was you didn't get it in time, and there truly isn't anything left to do.
Resources.
Right.
Right.
Versus we caught it in time, but it is going to cost you, and you don't have the resources available. Right. So, do that for your local shelters. I hope this year on your October 21st, and if you don't mind, I would like to do this. I want to print your pictures, and I want that as my poster going down and going bar hopping and restaurant hopping with that, and going, save these tatas. And if you don't, wear your scars proudly.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
If
Please do.
If your early detection means that we're going to have to take these, okay, but I'd rather take these than your life. I'd rather have
Absolutely.
gone,
We're still here.
right, than you be gone, right? These are nothing.
Absolutely.
These are, okay. Sometimes they're a hindrance. Right?
Sometimes I have saved a lot of money on Victoria's Secret.
Exactly. 100%. But it is all about the awareness this year. And I think next year we're going to do, I think we'll help with that fundraising and be part of the community and be part of.
Beautiful.
So Vegas, I'm coming
Yeah.
at
Well, hopefully we can
you.
have
We're gonna be doing this, and
hopefully
I,
Cheques Play
you know, all my
Podcast
friends.
can have
Yep.
some sponsors that can help us out along the way to
Yeah.
do
Raise awareness.
do our part.
Beautiful.
We're
Yeah.
doing
I
our
love
part
it.
now.
It's oh here.
You know,
It's time.
well, I
Right.
work with-
Amber, if there is anything we can do, like count on us, please.
Thank
you
Whatever
very
you
much.
do, if we can assist in a way, right here on the
Absolutely.
podcast, if you want to come back and bring people
Yes.
for us to showcase something
That's
that,
beautiful. Thank you.
please.
I
let
do
us-
have one more thing. I just got onto I'm a board member. I'm a new board member for Concerts for the Courageous. It's a local program here that a local man from Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. He deals with a lot of the artists and venues and stuff, and he has started this program, Concerts for the Courageous, for the cancer patients. Music is healing. Music, we all know music is so healing.
Yes.
So we want to give some of these patients the opportunity to meet and see their favorite artists. So he's just putting this campaign together, this organization, and so we're looking for nominations for people for cancer patients who have a dream of seeing somebody, that they idolize and that might help with their healing. So
Yes.
if there's any nominations, or if you know of anybody, or if there's any
Make a wish.
artists that see this that want to be a part of that Concerts for the Courageous, that would be amazing.
And say that again.
And-
What is
and-
it? And how can they reach? And who do they reach out to?
Yes.
Yes, so it's called Concerts for the Courageous. It's ran by and created by a man named Larry Owens here in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. All of his information is online. I don't have it in front of me right now. I'm sorry, but he's amazing, and he also is a cancer survivor. So he wanted to give. This is his way of giving back as well. And he, after seeing my post with my photos, asked if I would like to also be on the board. So a lot of things have come out of this
Congratulations.
this post, which I'm really glad and excited and honored to be a part of. So, and then of course the podcast. Thank you, Ms. Reed and T, for reaching out, because this is beautiful and amazing.
We would like to thank you because
Yes.
just meeting you, Amber, at least for me, has given me a different outlook in life.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank
Being
you.
here with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was
Yeah.
excited. Hina was texting me, and she's 3 hours behind us. It was
Yeah.
2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning for me. And all we were doing is exchanging information to prepare to speak with you today. That's how excited we were. Miguel,
That's awesome.
must have been about 7 o'clock this morning. Hey, what time is it this morning? Is it tomorrow?
Today or is it tomorrow?
You
I know I was a little
because-
confused as well with all the time differences, but
yeah, it happens all the time. But the fact is, like Miguel says, and Hina, we're so excited. We just want to know
Yes.
whatever we can do. We want to heighten everyone's awareness. We love people. We love each other.
and we're all survivors
I love
in one way
Miguel.
or
I love
another.
Hina. I love
Yeah.
working this Kasha. You haven't met Kasha Gumiuska, who's not here. She was one of our original hostesses, partners. She texted me the other day this morning, rather. I'm sorry, I'm missing time. Text me this morning because I texted her to let her know, hey, we're going to be doing this podcast. She's like, oh, that's great. She had a thumbs up, and she was excited about us as well.
Nice.
So we're an extension of her as well. But we're just so excited that you took the time to be with us today.
No worries. I'm
very
very honored.
Shared your
Thank you.
experiences. If we can help at least save one person's life, it's worth it. Of course, we want
Absolutely.
more.
Absolutely.
And just please keep letting us know. Please stay in touch with us.
Stay in
For
touch
sure.
with us, please.
Absolutely. What I
Most
would
definitely.
what I would like everyone to know, and Amber, if you don't mind, I believe on your page you can follow, right?
Yes.
You're not asking to be her friend, but you can follow. She does have a the little button on it to follow.
I clicked on this morning. I don't know if you saw it. I did.
I saw that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But it is worth it.
Tell us, Amber, how can people follow you?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say
What are
on
your
Facebook.
social networks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we want to.
I think I have.
Go ahead.
I think I have just anybody can follow. I'm not, there's no special. It's just me. It's just me on my Facebook. But yeah, I think I have it set so that anybody can
Right
follow.
on Facebook.
Right, but your
You know.
name is, I mean,
Oh, yes.
look it up on Facebook.
Yeah, it's just my name, Amber Kooyman. It's Kooyman. And I think that one of my photos that
Yes.
Yes.
breast cancer photos is
You're on
my
there.
profile picture.
Yes.
So
Yes.
but yeah,
Follow it.
please follow.
I
That's the
highly
one.
encourage you to
Hit it,
follow
hit it.
Amber. Yeah, because her pictures are absolutely inspiring. I do know that from this
Very
moment
much.
on, Amber's just going to be bombarded. And I do hope that Good Morning America and the Today Show
Thank you.
grab onto you, Amber, because
I
they're
was thinking
even
the same
Robin
thing.
Roberts.
I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing. Yes.
Yeah, Robin Roberts.
We
even
have to
went
protect
through.
you out there. We
Yeah.
we have to get you out there. There's so many fake women nowadays, like surgeries to
Yep.
make the
Mm.
boobs bigger, to make
Yep.
her rear bigger and all that.
One of
You
them.
They don't need them.
You are a
One of
true, real woman.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
that
very
is what
much.
we must celebrate.
I-
Who you are.
Thank you very much.
I wrote a
That's
song.
very
I wrote a
nice.
song.
He did. He wrote a song.
Yeah. If there's a lump let me see. If there's a lump that's strange in your boobs, who you gonna call? Cancer busters.
Yes.
If it's big and hard and super large, who you gonna call? Cancer busters. Everybody say.
Ain't afraid of that lump.
I ain't afraid of that lump. Hey,
I ain't afraid of that lump.
who you gonna
I'm
call?
afraid of the lump.
Cancer
I like that.
busters.
I
I'm afraid of no lump.
Y'all gonna be singing that later.
I like that. I ain't
It's a
afraid
hit.
of no
It's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yeah,
Although it might be
Parker Jr.
copyrighted,
might sue us.
you might
We'll have to
still-
talk to the copyright people, but
Yeah,
Never
you might
know.
want to talk to those copyright people, but I think we got it. They would probably say it was in good jest.
I'm gonna take a solo.
I'm digging
So,
it.
hey, Amber, if any cancer patient would like to have music by Bruce,
Oh, yes. Concerts for the courageous. There we
Yes,
go.
yes.
there you go,
I
Bruce.
got the piano right here. The
Yeah,
piano.
there you go, Bruce.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
y'all can play the rattler. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Shaking
We
that
get the
stick.
lady to
And I
play the
got the
rattler.
bass, baby. Got the bass.
Oh, and
Yeah. I got the keyboard.
yeah. Slapping the bass.
There you go. We always say that we were going to do our own musical podcast one of these days, since he can
That'd be
play the
awesome.
piano.
I ain't afraid
right?
of no lump.
Yep. I think that will be the motto. I ain't afraid of no lump.
That's going to be a music point on the outro. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
You know
And
what?
so
I'm
many
going to
people-
put that on there, and that's the thing that's going to be across your picture on one of your pictures. I ain't afraid of no
I'm
lump
gonna do
I'm
it.
afraid of no lump.
or my
I love
stars.
it.
I am proud of my
love it.
stars.
Amber,
proud.
Remember
thank
who
you
said
so
it
much.
first.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Remember who
You
said
heard it here first.
Amber Kooyman, AK.
Amber,
Okay.
thank you so
Okay,
It's
now.
much.
time we are recorded.
Yes, you took
What's
the words
that?
out of my mouth. It says we hit the record button. We hit the record
Yay.
button. We did it.
That's going to be our motto. We hit the record button.
We hit the record.
Hit the
Let's do it
button.
again. Let's do it
Hit
again.
the button. I know,
Oh my God.
right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Folks
Amber, I
out there,
can't tell you.
I
It
was
was a
gonna say-
pleasure having you here.
I was going to say,
I
folks,
love you guys.
please,
Thank you so much.
we hope
A
everybody
pleasure.
shares this podcast with your friends. Please do it. Amber, let your friends know so that they can hear your story.
Will do.
More important than
I love
anything.
all my supporters. Everyone that has supported me and loved me throughout this. Like, big thanks. It's got me through it. They carried me through it. I do have a little survivor's guilt sometimes because I felt like I was carried through it all. But I'm very grateful, and I know that I'm here for a reason. And this is it. So thanks
You
you,
are.
guys so much.
You
for
are.
putting it out
And I
there.
think this is the
Early
beginning.
detection.
This is the beginning of the reason why you're here.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Absolutely.
I love you too.
Love you
Much
too.
love.
We just met, and it's like I've known you for years.
Oh,
Yeah.
same. Like I
Yeah.
said, you guys are already family.
I'll
Yeah.
never
See,
look-
now these are your uncles.
Hey, I'll
Even
never,
with the background out
two
there,
new uncles.
she reminds me like in the 70s. Remember?
yeah,
Back in the 70s.
yeah.
She's got
Oh.
that 70s look.
Auntie, my mom always told me I was born in the wrong era. So
yes, yes.
I'll never look at a
You
cornfield
You
the
should
same.
take them. Yeah, you should take the place of your mom.
we'll go shuck some corn. It's sexy.
Some corn.
Corn husker.
Well, I will tell you this right now. If you gentlemen would see her mother, how you see Amber right now, that is her mom.
That's her mom.
Oh,
They are
She
spitting
is-
images of each other.
she's amazing. My mom is awesome. My mom is so cool. She's the coolest woman I know. And she made us who we are, my sister and I. My sister is just as strong and she's just as powerful as any other woman out there. But my mom and my sister, my rocks, I would not be here without them, especially.
Well, she hangs with
Well,
good company because Hina's
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
She-
Hina's a rock too. Hina's awesome.
Hina's
let me
rad.
say it.
I mean,
Let us say it, Hina. Chill. You are incredible. I've known Hina over probably 20 years, and she has always been the same. And she gets more beautiful by the minute. And I tell you,
Oh,
she is
yeah,
awesome,
she is.
and we appreciate her. And she's just hanging good company. She knows good people, and that's one thing. They attract other good
Yeah.
people.
I do. I do have to say my circle of friends and family are amazing. And I don't think I don't have one friend that is not as energetic and willing to help anybody at any given time. And I am very blessed with, friends such as yourselves, who I actually get to have the honor and privilege of calling family. So I consider you, Bruce, and you, Miguel, as family. And Amber, you have always been the niece that has been out there living the life that that
I have a lot of good aunties.
Yeah, and you do. You have
birds of a feather flock together. Just
absolutely,
so you know.
absolutely. Just want to let everybody know she's also Polynesian.
Amber, it was a great pleasure.
Thanks so much. We love you.
Thank you.
Nothing but best wishes for
Thank
you.
Yes.
Thank you. I love you
Aloha,
guys.
my darling. Mwah.
Aloha, mahalo.
Live that aloha life.
Amber Kooyman,
Absolutely.
Kooyman.
Kooyman on
M-A-N.
Facebook.
Yes.
Yep.
Look her up.
Dutch.
Okay.
Look her up and
Perfect.
follow her.
We ain't afraid of
Aloha,
no
my
I
more.
love you.
Mwah.
Love
Aloha.
you.
Bye.
Mahalo.
Thanks so much. You're a survivor.
God bless you, dear.
One survivor to a few others.
What a wonderful lady. What a
Oh,
wonderful person. I'm glad we did this. It brought a lot of emotion into me, and I believe it'll share the same experience with our audience and people who are out there. That, as I said before, everybody has been touched by cancer. So, and the way this young lady has approached it, and the way she is living her life, is amazing. It's unbelievable. There is a lot there for people to latch on and take from the way she's doing this, and it'll bring you inner peace. It brought it to me.
completely agree. There is one thing that when we were talking about how her mindset, right? And the one thing that I love is that there are certain things that cancer cannot do. And the most favorite ones that I have on that cancer cannot do is it can't cripple the love that everybody has for each other during that time. It cannot shatter the hope for everyone to have. It doesn't corrode the faith. And the last one is it cannot steal your internal life, and it cannot conquer the spirit.
True.
And for her to say it, it was all about her mindset. That breast cancer did not conquer her spirit at all whatsoever. In fact, it deepened and strengthened the love that everyone had, for her. Even though when she said, she started to doubt, God, and why me type of thing. But it didn't cripple her. It didn't cripple that love that she had, nor did it shatter her hope at the end of, her experience. So, I'm just in awe, and she's just so inspirational that today it was probably one of the best Sundays I've had.
Absolutely. It's a special day. And I believe this young woman, this beautiful woman, should be in some sort of campaign for cancer, because it's not only what she's gone through, it's the attitude that she portrays and what she projects, what she projects. I believe, and I wish I could myself go to the U.S. Cancer Society or the associations or any of them out there. If anybody can get this and show it to somebody who's in charge and reach out to Amber Kooyman, this is the woman you need. This is the face.
Yes.
This is the face that you need for
Yes.
next year's campaign for Pinktober. She's there and she's willing to do it, and
Absolutely.
you know, and she will probably do it for free. You know, there is no, you don't have to pay her, because you can feel it in her voice, you can feel it in her smile. She is willing to do this. Please reach out to her and put it out there. The world deserves to hear her story,
Yes.
see her face and her pictures.
Yes.
Well, as you know, breast cancer is a serious disease that affects millions of people and their loved ones each and every year, each and every day. In fact, it's the second most common type of cancer in women after skin cancer. We're talking about breast cancer. So unfortunately, although there are many ways it can be treated, breast cancer is incurable, and scientists aren't exactly sure how to prevent people from developing it. But first and foremost, our message today, and Amber's message, as many as on other survivors, cancer survivors, the importance and emphasis. We, Cheques Play Podcast, Cheques Play Casino Podcast, that's Hina Reed, Miguel Mora, and myself. We advocate and we want people to make sure that early prevention, early detection, because 98% to 100%, because of Amber, the things that she did, and the other survivors, what they did was they early detected cancer, and they did what they had to do to rid themselves of this terrible disease.
So, ladies and gentlemen out there, please, if you can, subscribe or follow Amber Kooyman on her Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then also subscribe to our podcast as well, because we will continue bringing awareness to other types of issues out there in the world, because it does affect not only ourselves here, but everybody also in the gaming industry. So it all these things are not, it's not prejudice. It will attack anyone at any age and at any given time, any religion, anything,
any color.
Absolutely. So with that message, we leave you with our heartfelt and sincere love for everyone out there to get early detection.
I ain't afraid of no love.
Yourselves checked. Because what is it? Cheques Play.
Cheques Play.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Out there, let's do it.
God bless.
Why we treat each other in this way.